pwede po ba akong mag-propose ng additional clause to be added after when Congress is not in session? So para lang hingin yung opinion ng good sponsor tungkol dito until we arrive at the period of amendments. Sige po, Mr. President, good sponsor. Subukan ko sa...
Sana maintindihan mo, Senator Risa, why I'm doing this. Because I've seen the corruption and the abuses in my 11 years as chairman of the Senate Committee on Agriculture and Food. And I don't want those corruption and abuses be repeated again. So we are being very strict with this. And in fact, we passed the anti-agricultural economic sabotage law.
Yes.
So we can send to prison those people abusing these powers.
Yes. Opo, Mr. President, I share the concern of the good sponsor. And tulad nung nabanggit ko kanina na pati sa G2G, gusto nating pagbantayan ang conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Same as ang efforts natin dito sa mga nasa private na hindi sumusunod sa batas.
Bahala sa kanila yung anti-agricultural economic sabotage law. Mabigat yun eh. And it's with the President already, and I hope the President will sign it because it took so long. And in that law, we didn't need an IRR. We said specific in the law, no IRR. The law is the IRR. Because we were disappointed with the first law that we passed against anti-agricultural smuggling. Nobody was prosecuted in that law because we asked the DA to do the IRR, and they assigned the implementation of the law to the Bureau of Customs, which is parang conflict of interest. Because yung Bureau of Customs ang binabantayan natin, tapos sila ang nag-implement ng law. So walang nahuli. 7 taon, walang nahuli.
Naalala ko po yun, Mr. President, dun sa mga pagdinig na chinair ng good sponsor. And this representation shares the hope of the good sponsor na mas maaga kaysa sa mas huli, mapirmahan na nga po at maging batas yung ating anti-agricultural economic sabotage law. So, Mr. President, good sponsor, itest ng representasyong ito sa good sponsor, itong huling 2 paragraphs na at the proper time, ipopropose ko sana bilang amendments at tignan kung hanggang saan kayang maging bukas nung good sponsor. Dahil ako naman, tulad sa naunang tanong, ay handang mag-adjust ng mga proposed amendments given yung guidance nung good sponsor. So dito pa rin sa huling tanong ko tungkol sa maintenance and disposal of rice buffer stock, yung next paragraph ko ay magsisimulang 10% of the volume of rice brought into the country by accredited private importers shall be deemed as buffer stock and stored in warehouses registered with the BPI. So I can see the good sponsor starting to shake her head, Mr. President. Sige po, gusto ko lang i-test dito sa period of interpellation para ma-adjust or ma-abandon in the period of amendments. Yes, Mr. President.
Basta yung private, free enterprise yan. They import, they sell. Basta wala tayong pakialam dyan. Sila matatalino yan, mayayaman yan, alam niya ng ginagawa niyan. You know, in the business sector, we don't have to help the private. Marami yung pera, mga nag-aral yan, alam niya ang industry. Kung magkamali sila may kasalanan. What we are protecting are the small farmers because hindi naman sila magaling sa business. We are just trying. That's why in the rice tariff, in the Rice Competitiveness Enhancement Fund, we gave a lot of money to the farm school, to test that, to FilmEc, to teach them how to be small businessman na mapapataas ang kita nila. Yung mga private sector, kung magkamali sila, that's their fault. That's not, we're not here to protect them. They know what they're doing. We're here to protect the small farmers kasi sila yung nagkukulang. Kulang ang kaalaman para kumita ng malaki. Yun ang tinutulungan natin dito.
Totoo po, Mr. President. Pero may posibilidad kaya na, syempre, at the back of our mind na budget consideration din ang kaugnay dito, to consider, based on studies, the possibility na iba o mas maraming araw ang buffer stock natin, both tuwing harvest season at lean season, Mr. President?
It's not advisable that we give a lot of budget to NFA because they're not also capable of buying more.
O kung, Mr. President, bukod sa NFA, may ibang magiging responsable para dito. Gusto ko lang mag-hone in dun sa ano yung ideal buffer stock days, whether lean or harvest season, na pwede natin i-consider.
Kasi naman itong buffer stock ng NFA, it's just for government use. Like for example, DSWD, if they need rice for their calamity assistance and other assistance, the local government, if they want to help their local people, and like us legislator, if we want to give to calamity, so very limited. They're not supposed to sell to traders. So yung buffer stock na yun tama. Anyway, there are other stocks available in the private sector.
All right, salamat, Mr. President. I guess I can leave it at that for now. Dahil nagsisimula ng masagot natin yung tanong, paano yung buffer stocking, hindi lang para sa government purposes, but for yung buong yung
That's why
pangangailangan ng buong bansa.
we have
Mr.
liberalized the importation of rice and the buying of rice from the farmer. We have a private sector that's supposed to cater to the consumer. This is just for mura ito kaya ito yung parang pambigay sa mga may problema. So they can buy it at a lower price.
All right. Salamat, Mr. President. As I said, I can leave this topic here for now, and then baka at the proper time na lang kung merong ma-formulate itong representation na proposed amendment for the consideration of the good sponsor. So, sige, since yung 15 days and 30 days are considered optimal or the desired quantity, ibig po bang sabihin na kapag yung buffer stock ay lumampas na sa 15 days o sa 30 days, edi yung ahensyang nag-oversee sa buffer stock na yun ay dapat i-dispose of yung sobra, Mr. President?
May rule po na every 3 months nag-i-inventory at kung makita na they're supposed to sell it. Dispose it.
So, every 3 months, kapag sa inventory maipakita na lampas na sa 15 days o 30 days, ibebenta na nung agency nag-oversee sa stock.
And I want to make it a point na palagi ngang may kulang ang buffer stock Hindi naman sumosobra Yun nga ang question sa kanila na hindi nila talaga nabibili yung required na buffer stock sa kanila.
Fair enough. Gusto mo? Hindi naman. Opo. I guess, Mr. President, ina-anticipate po natin yung panahon na gusto nating lahat na ma-up talaga yung production nung ating mga magsasaka. Kaya siguro ina-anticipate din na kung isa-set natin ngayon na 15 days, 30 days ang optimal o desired, so ibig sabihin,
hindi naman
i-dispose
yan
of yung
ang
sobra.
supply ng rice That is just for the government to have a supply for what they need. But ang talagang supply ng rice is available sa private. Ito pang gobyerno lang to kasi subsidized to para yung magbibigay sa calamity assistance, sa mga ibang assistance, mabili nila na mura yung bigas na ipamimigay nila.
Salamat, Mr. President. And yung huling tanong ko sa ngayon para dun sa buffer stock, because we anticipate El Nino to come every 5 to 7 years and stronger, more destructive typhoons, reasonable assumption that households and commercial establishments will typically buy more to stock up against the likelihood of shortages. Kung ganon, ulit, hindi kaya't dapat may buffer stock lampas sa 15 and 30 days. Kasi baka may unintended consequence na kung mag-stock up, edi sisikip yung supply sa general market at pati sa private sector. Mr.
Remember,
President.
it's only, this is just the NFA. I think local government are allowed to buy from the farmers. Hindi through, through NFA only. Kaya, ibig sabihin, yung needs ng government, hindi lang naman NFA ang magbibigay. We can buy directly kung makakabili tayo na. Kaya lang minsan gusto natin sa NFA mura. Pero kung gusto natin bumili, makakabili din tayo.
Alright, salamat Mr. President. Dako ako sa Section 2 ng bill natin na kapag naipasa na ay magiging bagong Section 6. So this will be on rice importation. Pwede po bang tanungin, Mr. President, yung mga dahilan sa likod ng proposed amendments sa ilalim ng bagong Section 6 ng bill? First of all, in Rule 6.4 of the Implementing Rules and Regulations of the RTL, it states that in the event of rice supply shortage, the President may direct the Secretary of Trade and Industry and the Philippine International Trading Corporation, or PITC, to expeditiously participate in the rice industry through contracts with private traders who would purchase the needed rice supplies from domestic and foreign sources to enhance market competition and stabilize prices. So unang tanong po, bakit yung shift mula sa DTI at PITC papunta sa DA, sa DA Secretary in particular, Mr. President?
What you are citing is the IRR
Opo.
of the previous Secretary Piñol, which is not applicable anymore.
Okay. So, ibig po bang sabihin, sa ilalim nung bill natin, mananatili pa rin sa DTI at PITC?
It will be with DA and the
DA
President of the Philippines, hindi na yung maliliit na agency.
Alright. So, DA at saka OP na po, Mr. President. Alright. So, no shift there. Dahil ang sinasabi nyo, yun yung ngayong umiiral. Nasa DA na nga po sa ngayon. Alright, salamat po Mr. President. Second question, bakit po yung kapangyarihang mag-import sa ilalim ng bill na ito, ilalodge sa isang entity o opisina sa DA na i-identify at i-designate ng DA Secretary with the exception of NFA? Ang intention po ba ng bill ay bumalik sa direct importation by government, Mr. President?
This is emergency importation. Last resort to pag nagkakaproblema. Remember, masyadong affected ang popularity ng President pag mahal ang bigas. Kaya kung nagkakaroon ng shortage, binibigyan natin siya ng authority to make rice more available to the people at a lower price. Kaya lang ayaw na natin ibalik sa NFA kasi it was not effective during the before the liberalization of the importation of rice. Ang may sole power to import is the NFA. But it did not solve the problem. So might as well pinasa natin yung liberalization with tariff. Noon dati po NFA without tariff. Ngayon liberalization but with tariff, and ang lahat ng tariff ibabalik sa small farmer para sa competitiveness, development of the competitiveness of small farmers. So, walang nawala. Oo, kasi dati wala naman yan tariff na yan. Ngayon nagka-tariff, although we can import more but with tariff, and then yung proceeds ng tariff will be given back to the small farmer so that in the future, they can compete with the imports. Kasi yung ating target na 6 metric tons per hectare, That's 80% higher than yung pinagsimulan natin na 3.4 metric tons per hectare. Eh, ang import natin is 15% lang. So, if we achieve our target, we will not be importing anymore. We will be exporting. That's the wish of the Rice Tarification Law and the Rice Competitiveness Enhancement Fund.
Pangarap po nating lahat yan, marahil, Mr. President, na sapat yung domestic production natin na halos hindi na kailangan o hindi na kakailanganin yung importation. Pero habang yung bill natin ay nagiiwan pa ng puwang para dyan, tama po ba yung pagkaintindi ko na sinabi nyo na yung direct importation by government ay emergency importation lamang, last resort lamang ito?
Yeah, last resort.
With the sensitivity dun sa, political sensitivity ng bigas, no? Pati sa ating gobyerno. So, kung hindi emergency importation, hindi direct importation as a last resort, paano gagawin yon? Paano gagawin yung importation?
It will be the power of the DA or the President. Kasi kahit na sabihin ng DA na mag-i-import siya, pag sinabi ng President na ayaw, pwedeng pigilin ng President. So, it's a very powerful way of increasing the availability of rice, and it's in the higher up, hindi yung mga ordinary employee of the rice agencies.
Okay, pero parang pareho po yun, o hindi ko lang ba naintindihang maigi? Kanina, sabi po ng good sponsor, emergency importation lamang, no, last resort. So through the DA secretary, or isang entity or office sa DA. Pero pag hindi panahon ng emergency, hindi ito importation of last resort, DA at Presidente pa rin ang in charge.
Hindi, walang importation pag hindi emergency. There should be a declaration of emergency.
Alright. Salamat, Mr. President. Okay. And huling tanong tungkol dito sa rice importation. Kung gobyerno ang magi-import, kahit pa for emergency purposes, as a last resort, gagawin po ba ito competitively? O sa pamamagitan ulit ng negotiated agreements na natatago o hindi alam ng publiko, Mr.
Usually
President?
government to government to. Very transparent government to government kasi wala tong tariff.
Okay. So G2G po ito, through negotiated agreement po ba o through competition? Mr. President? Negotiated. So paano po nating maiiwasan na kahit G2G pero negotiated agreements na hindi po ito natatago? Hayag ito, may transparency towards the public, Mr. President.
Pinapublish po ito, and at the same time, kaya lang ito ginagawa para bumaba ang price ng rice. So, it defeats the purpose kung hindi mababa ang pagkabili. Kaya nga government to government without tariff para bumaba ang price of the imports. Kasi this is meant to solve the high prices of rice in the country.
I appreciate that, Mr. President. Naghahanap lang ako ng mechanism na kasabay ng negotiated na G2G importation, may kahit papaanong measure ng transparency and public information. Sabi nga ng good sponsor, ipapublish ito. Saan po at paano ito ipapublish? Para
maybe
malaman
you
ng
can
publiko?
make an amendment that we should publish
Salamat.
the importation. Emergency importation magkano so that the people will know.
Salamat, Mr. President. Magka-craft po itong representasyon ng proposed amendment for the consideration of the good sponsor at the proper time. And in fact, for the record, Mr. President, if government importation is inevitable, I will propose safeguards that will make the process transparent and accountable, consistent with the revised Government Procurement Act. Kapapasa din natin, so pwedeng maging companion measure ito. In these aspects, bidding with an approved budget contract based on the average price per metric ton in the international
there
market.
is no bidding.
Yes, good sponsor.
It's government
Ayun na
to
nga po.
government negotiation, but we should publish the amount so we will know kasi there is an existing importation of rice by the private sector, and it should not be higher than that.
Yes.
It should be always lower kasi walang tariff to at government to government to.
So at least, Mr. President, may indication na ako sa good sponsor kung ano yung mga amendment na posibleng hindi nila tanggapin. Pero I will just make of record yung sanang ipopropose ko. And ngayon, with the advice of the good sponsor, kung paanong pwede kong i-adjust yung ipopropose kong amendments.
I-publish na lang para makita, transparent. And then we can compare it with the not above. We can indicate that it should never be above what is the existing price. It should always be lower than the existing price of rice, which is imported by the private sector with tariff.
Yes, Mr. President. I-make of record ko na lang sana yung tatlong ipopropose ko later on at the proper time, pero taking under advisement yung payo ng good sponsor on publishing, comparison of the prices, at yung principle na siyempre dapat laging mas mababa yung presyo. So just for the record, at this point in time, dahil nasa interpellation pa lang naman tayo, I was going to propose and will now study paano i-adjust itong proposed amendments given the advice of the sponsor. Una, bidding with an approved budget contract based on the average price per metric ton in the international market as published by 3 credible international rice or food monitoring agencies. Pangalawa, bidding with at least 3 rice exporting countries participating, or in this case, 3 governments. And last but not the least, same-day or real-time bidding with bid offers, rejection, request for second or third offer and approval done in the same day. So ito po yung tatlong original sanang ipopropose ko at the proper time, pero ititignan ko paano ma-adjust given yung advice
there will
na
be no
ibinigay ng
bidding,
good
but it
sponsor.
should be lower than,
than
any transaction being done by the private sector with tariff.
Okay. Well taken, Mr. President. So the details will be spelled out in the adjusted proposed amendments that I will submit to the good sponsor. Pangatlong tanong ko po, Mr. President, dito pa rin sa pangalawang tanong. Tungkol pa rin po, good sponsor, sa rice importation. Yes, Mr. President.
Senator Ontiveros.
Yes, Mr. President.
May we know from the good sponsor if the definition of emergency would really be spelled out in the measure, or
I think it
will
will
be left for the implementers to decide?
Di ba, there is a process. There is a process by which they will determine the emergency.
So
There is a price monitoring council, di ba? That will determine if there is really an increase in price and there is an emergency. So it will be recommendatory, but at the same time it will be decided by the Secretary of the Department of Agriculture, and if the President will not agree, the President has the right to veto.
So meaning to say it will be spelled out in the IRR?
Yes. No IRR. It's in the
IRR.
law. In the law.
Thank you, Mr.
We
President.
don't want the IRR anymore because we're allergic to IRR because our laws that we pass with the IRR, we don't have any result. So we just make our law very specific para wala ng IRR.
I totally agree, Mr. President. Thank you, good sponsor, and the minority leader.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Thank you, Mr. President. Huling tanong ko po, Mr. President, good sponsor dito sa rice importation. For replenishing the buffer stock, bakit hindi in-adopt nung bill yung Section 8 ng House Consolidated Bill na in extraordinary circumstances or when local supply is unavailable or insufficient, or maaring sabihin natin itong pinag-uusapan nating emergency situation, bakit hindi na NFA or the entity in the DA ay may option na mag-purchase ng hanggang sa maximum na 30% ng bigas na ipinasok ng accredited importer at the cost, insurance, and freight landed price declared with customs, Mr. President.
The NFA has no power to buy from imported rice.
Or the entity
The
in the
NFA
DA, Mr.
has
President.
only the power to buy from local rice farmers. We are here to help the local rice farmers. We are not here to help the importers.
Agree, Mr. President, good sponsor. Kung tanggalin natin yung NFA sa equation, kasi itinanong ko, or the entity in the DA, bakit hindi kaya yung entity na i-identify ng DA Secretary ang may ganong option to purchase up to a maximum of 30% of the rice brought in by an accredited importer at the cost, insurance, and freight landed price declared with customs, Mr. President?
Because we believe that if the government will buy G2G with less tariff, mas mura yon kesa bumili sa importer. So we are not buying from the importer. We are importing directly.
Alright.
So para walang conflict of interest na naman yan sa mga importer. Kasi minsan, pag inaalaw na bumili sa importer, magpapalakasan na naman yan. Tapos bibili sa importer, ang kikita lang yung importer. We are here to bring down the price of rice. So we are going to do it G2G with no tariff and at the lowest price.
Salamat, Mr. President. So, sinasabi natin, G2G, ang lahat ng ganitong mga importation.
Emergency lang to eh.
Emergency,
Hindi naman to.
when a state of emergency is, when there's a declaration of emergency regarding rice, and this importation is as a last resort. So babantayan na lang natin na kahit dun sa mga G2G, walang conflict of interest na binabantayan natin sa private.
That's why you have to make the amendment na
Yes, thank
sabi
you,
mo.
good sponsor.
Okay.
Gagawin ko po. Dako na po sa pangatlong tanong ko tungkol sa powers of the President. Yun naman po papasok sa new section 9 natin.
Diba,
Naipasa na po ito. Currently po section 3. Okay. At the proper time, Mr. President, pwede po ba akong mag-propose ng additional clause to be added after when Congress is not in session? So para lang hingin yung opinion ng good sponsor tungkol dito until we arrive at the period of amendments. So it would read, letter B, provided further that upon review, when the forecasted or imminent shortage did not materialize or has been resolved, or the situation requiring government intervention has passed, the President shall revert the tariff rates to the previous level, or if circumstances warrant, set them higher within the limits set by this law. At the proper time, magiging bukas ba ang sponsor i-consider ito, Mr. President?
Hindi naman to, walang tariff to. Walang tariff to eh.
Walang tariff, opo.
Walang tariff to kasi gusto nating maipasok ng mura ang rice kasi tumataas. There is emergency, there is high prices of rice. So we are trying to solve the high prices of rice.
Yes, actually, good, Mr. President, good sponsor, sa private po ito na ipopropose kong amendment at the proper time. Iko-consider po kaya or magiging bukas po ba yung good sponsor dito?
Hindi ating hindi provision ng ating law yan. Maybe it's the provision of the House of Representatives, diba? Or EO 62. That's not the provision of our law that we're going to pass.
I'll return to this later, Mr. President, good sponsor, pagkatapos na lang ng huling tanong ko na itatanong ko sa sponsor ngayon. Tungkol naman sa Section 4 ng bill na magiging Section 11 kapag naipasa na natin. Tungkol sa maintenance and disposal of rice buffer stock. At the proper time, Mr. President, good sponsor, maaari ko bang i-propose itong following changes sa section na ito, current Section 4, para palawakin yung sourcing ng buffer stock, para ma-meet yung targeted levels at i-increase pa nga ito dahil sa anticipated weather events mentioned and volatility in the rice market. The changes would also allow private importers and traders to comply with Section 6, hoarding of the proposed Section 6 hoarding of the proposed anti-agricultural economic sabotage law. At the proper time, ang ipopropose ko ay ganito po ang pagka-formulate, Section 11, Maintenance and Disposal of Buffer Stock. The NFA shall, in accordance with the rules, regulations, and procedures, maintain the targeted level of buffer stock to be sourced from I. Local farmers as the principal source, II, accredited private importers, traders.
No.
Yes, Mr. President.
We cannot accept that. We don't
All
want
right.
NFA to buy from private importers. Definitely not. We have bad experience with NFA. We don't want them to make a loophole na they will be able to do things that is not according to their mandate. Their only mandate is to buy from the local farmers for their buffer stock. They cannot buy from anywhere. We changed that. In fact, during last last administration, they're asking me to remove NFA because they're very disappointed with NFA. I did not, because there are 4,000 employees of NFA. I don't want them to say that they lost their jobs because of me. So I did not remove them, but I limited their power to buying from the local farmers. They should only help the local farmers. They should not help anybody else. It's the local farmers who need help. And what they did, because we're limiting their work, after the passage of the bill, they offered a good early retirement benefit to the employees of the NFA, and 50% of the NFA employees retired because their work will be limited to buying stocks from the local farmers. They are there to help the local farmers. They are not there to help the traders. So we cannot agree to
Yes,
that.
Mr. President, good sponsor. Again, tulad sa tanong ko kanina sa question number 2 ko tungkol sa rice importation, tanggalin nga natin yung NFA out of the equation. Let's just talk about the entity na maaring i-identify ng DA and ng DA Secretary. So this question concerns the private importation
No.
regarding the Section 8 of RA 8178 as amended by RA 11203.
The DA can only do government-to-government importation without tariff. They cannot buy from the private sector.
So, ang sinasabi po natin, Mr. President, yung buong DA hanggang G2G lamang sila sa
because that is
importation.
just in time of emergency when the prices of rice are getting out of hand. It's an emergency power, and we want the government to buy cheap so we can bring down the price of rice. So it's G2G without tariff, and that's all. We are not buying from the private.
Sige po, Mr. President, good sponsor. Subukan ko sa
Sana maintindihan mo, Senator Risa, why I'm doing this.
Yes.
Because I've seen the corruption and the abuses in my 11 years as chairman of the Senate Committee on Agriculture and Food. And I don't want those corruption and abuses be repeated again. So we are being very strict with this. And in fact, we passed the anti-agricultural economic sabotage law.
Yes.
So we can send to prison those people abusing these powers.
Yes. Opo, Mr. President, I share the concern of the good sponsor. And tulad nung nabanggit ko kanina na pati sa G2G, gusto nating pagbantayan ang conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Same as ang efforts natin dito sa mga nasa private na hindi sumusunod sa batas.
Bahala
So,
sa kanila yung anti-agricultural economic sabotage law. Mabigat yun eh. And
Yes.
it's with the President already, and I hope the President will sign it because it took so long. And in that law, we didn't need an IRR We said specific in the law, no IRR. The law is the IRR. Because we were disappointed with the first law that we passed against anti-agricultural smuggling. Nobody was prosecuted in that law because we asked the DA to do the IRR, and they assigned the implementation of the law to the Bureau of Customs, which is parang conflict of interest. Because yung Bureau of Customs ang binabantayan natin, tapos sila ang nag-implement ng law. So walang nahuli. 7 taon, walang nahuli.
Naalala ko po yun, Mr. President, dun sa mga pagdinig na chinair ng good sponsor. And this representation shares the hope of the good sponsor na mas maaga kaysa sa mas huli, mapirmahan na nga po at maging batas yung ating anti-agricultural economic sabotage law. So, Mr. President, good sponsor, itest ng representasyong ito sa good sponsor itong huling 2 paragraphs na at the proper time ipopropose ko sana bilang amendments at tignan kung hanggang saan kayang maging bukas nung good sponsor. Dahil ako naman, tulad sa naunang tanong, ay handang mag-adjust ng mga proposed amendments given yung guidance ng good sponsor. So dito pa rin sa huling tanong ko tungkol sa maintenance and disposal of rice buffer stock, yung next paragraph ko ay magsisimulang 10% of the volume of rice brought into the country by accredited private importers shall be deemed as buffer stock and stored in warehouses registered with the BPI. So I can see the good sponsor starting to shake her head, Mr. President. Sige po, gusto ko lang i-test dito sa period of interpellation para ma-adjust or ma-abandon in the period of amendments. Yes, Mr. President.
Basta yung private, free enterprise yan. They import, they sell. Basta wala tayong pakialam dyan. Sila matatalino yan, mayayaman yan, alam niya ng ginagawa niyan. You know, in the business sector, we don't have to help the private. Marami yung pera, mga nag-aral yan, alam niya ang industry. Kung magkamali sila may kasalanan. What we are protecting are the small farmers because hindi naman sila magaling sa business. We are just trying. That's why in the rice tariff, in the Rice Competitiveness Enhancement Fund, we gave a lot of money to the farm school to test that, to film it, to teach them how to be small businessman na mapapataas ang kita nila. Yung mga private sector, kung magkamali sila, that's their fault. That's not, we're not here to protect them. They know what they're doing. We're here to protect the small farmers kasi sila yung nagkukulang. Kulang ang kaalaman para kumita ng malaki. Yun ang tinutulungan natin dito.
Yes,
and then,
Mr. President.
during emergency, we give power to the government to import without tariff. But that is only during emergency and babantayan pa rin natin. Baka mamaya hindi naman emergency, nag-i-import. Diba? So, yun ang babantayan natin. Oo.
Salamat, Mr. President, good sponsor. Actually, itong last 2 paragraphs nung proposed amendment ko sana at the proper time ay based din dun sa best practices sa Singapore model. So in any case, tinetake note ko po yung feedback ng good sponsor sa mga puntong ito. Yung last paragraph po sana ay ganitong nagsisimula. The government has the option to purchase the rice owned by importers in case of natural and man-made calamities and food security emergency at the cost, insurance, freight-landed price declared with the Bureau of Customs plus storage or warehousing costs.
Hindi talaga.
Alright. Alright, maraming salamat, good sponsor, sa pagsagot sa mga tanong ko. Kahit higit kalahati ay nagbibigay sa akin ng no signal papunta sa period of amendments.
negosyante kami. Alam namin na capability ng mga private businessman in the Philippines. They can take care of themselves. You don't have to help them. We just help our small farmers and control our government not to do something detrimental to our small farmers. Yun lang po.